Hello everyone, welcome to Coach Rice Academy. So today we are going to start a discussion on a very important and alarming issue of India, that is violence against women in India. If you analyze the data of National Crime Record Bureau of India, then we will find that the violence and crime against women in India is at all-time high. Some of the prominent crimes against women are crimes like rape, gang rape, assault, sexual harassment at workplace, forced prostitution, human trafficking, and apart from this, there are new crimes like cyberbullying, stalking, character assassination, etc. Without any iota of doubt, India has become one of the country which can be said to be unsafe for women. So some natural questions arise in front of us. The questions are like, is our country such a soft country that it cannot protect half of its population? Is our judicial and legal mechanism so weak that we cannot protect the women of our country? Is our constitution such a constitution that it has provided enough constitutional and legal rights to the women of India? So let us start scanning our legal and judicial and also the constitutional mechanism which are there to protect the women in India. So let us start with the Constitution of India. So if we analyze the Constitution, if we scan the various rights given in the Constitution, then without an iota of doubt, and we can surely say that Constitution of India is one of the most comprehensive piece of legislation that can be made to protect the rights of any citizen, including women. There are multiple rights, there are plethora of rights which protect the rights of women. For example, take the example of Article 14 that is within fundamental right that protects a woman, and as per Article 14, no citizens are different and the law treats every citizen equal. That is, the law treats women at par with the man. Take the example of Article 15. As per Article 15, the state shall not discriminate on the basis of sex. Take the example of Article 16. As per Article 16, the state shall not discriminate in providing public employment on the basis of sex. As per Article 23 of Fundamental Rights, the state prohibits something like that is popularly known as bonded labor and human trafficking. As per Article 32, a woman can directly approach to the Supreme Court of India on violation of her rights. So this is about fundamental rights. So there are other provisions, like take the example of Directive Principles of State Policy. Directive Principles of State Policy, in a very clear words, categorically it prescribes and directs the state to make such condition that man and woman both are equal. For example, it has been written in the Directive Principles of State Policy that for equal work there should be equal pay for both man and woman. Apart from Directive Principles of State Policy, now we can see what are the legal mechanisms or what are the protections that have been provided by our Parliament. So very easily we can see that the Parliament of India has passed series of laws to protect the women. For example, there are some laws like Dowry Provision Act 1961 which put a check on the evils like dowry debt. Then we have acts like Domestic Violence Act 2005 which checks evils like the abuse of women. Abuse means abuse like physical abuse, verbal abuse, and even psychological abuse. To put a check on sexual harassment at workplace, we have a very masterpiece legislations which was founded on the basis of Vishaka guidelines passed by Supreme Court of India. Apart from this piece of legislation, if we see some of the penal laws like Indian Penal Code or CRPC, Indian Evidence Acts, then we will find that these acts also protect the rights of the women, and the laws have become particularly very stronger after the passing of Criminal Amendment Act 2013, which is popularly known as Nirvaya Act. So we can easily see that there are a lot of constitutional safeguards, judicial safeguards, legal safeguards to protect the rights of women. But the question is that despite of presence of such a huge legislation, why we are not able to protect the women in this country, and why the security of women is under so threat. So the solution, before I suggest any solution, I would like to quote APJ Abdul Kalam. So our former president APJ Abdul Kalam said once that to stop corruption we can make thousands and thousands of laws, but corruption can be stopped only by three people, that is Ma, Pa, and teacher of a primary school. The point which I am trying to make here is that the basic DNA, the basic fundamental reason which is responsible for such a pathetic state is a mindset, an ideology, a ruling idea that is popularly known as patriarchy. So patriarchy is basically a mindset and ideology which believe in male-dominating society and which treat women as second-class citizens and sub-citizen. So if you want the women to be protected, if you want the women to be empowered, then the solution lies in killing this patriarchy, breaking this patriarchy, blasting this patriarchy. So if you blast this patriarchy, if you break this patriarchy, then only in the real sense we can make a country which is safe for the women, and we can make a country where half of the population, that is women, are protected. Hope I am very clear. Thank you.